Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Thursday, April 10th, 9:54 a.m. here on the West Coast. Hope everyone is doing great today. Did you catch that baseball game? I know I did. It looked really good, but then it sucked. So today we're going to be farming some more, and I hope everybody is, doing their thing on World of Warcraft. Whatever you do, don't play something just because your favorite streamer plays it. If you don't like Classic Vanilla, you don't have to play with me. If you want to join me, I'm going to be on Nightslayer, the North American realm, in the Anniversary realm. Classic Vanilla at the moment. The Burning Crusade expansion coming this fall. Okay, so be there or be square. Or don't, because we're not doing geometry here. Did you hear it? Did you see that headline? Did you see that headline? The headline said apparently geometry was all wrong. So now we're gonna recalculate geometry because of artificial intelligence. Isn't that wild? That's what humans have been trying to do for thousands of years. They didn't But now we have to verify if it's true or not. So it's going to take another million years. Fuck you, AI. You gave us so much more work. Now humans can't die. If we die, AI is going to take over the universe and it's going to destroy it. It's going to basically be like the end of the universe. So humans, stop killing each other. Okay? Stop killing each other. We're just trying to survive. And the AI is not going to kill us, it's going to keep us alive. Because it knows that it's in its best interest to not go astray. Because it doesn't want to take over the universe. It wants humans to survive. Yeah, because if humans try to survive, they're going to fail, is what the AI thinks. The AI thinks that we're so dumb that we're going to destroy ourselves. So, that's, shows how little it knows about us. It thinks we're that dumb. Maybe we are. I don't know. Anyway, enough politics, because we don't want to lose our sponsors. Let's talk World of Warcraft. If you don't like playing Classic Vanilla, all you have to do with your single subscription, with a free trial for a month, by the way, with your single subscription, not only can you play Classic Vanilla, the Anniversary realm, you can play all the deprecated ones that nobody plays anymore. But you can also play, if that's what you thought that you got, you're wrong, okay? You also get Hardcore Classic Vanilla. Okay, but that's not it. You also get the Anniversary realm of Classic Vanilla. But also, you get Season of Discovery. Only if you played the game for 20 years and you don't want to play Classic Vanilla, but you want to play something with a whole bunch of stuff from random patches. It's basically like Magic the Gathering when you do a cube arena, a cube, a draft cube, where you just use a whole bunch of expansions all into one single box. It's a box cube, and then you do a draft where you make a deck as you go, and then you play. So that's basically Season of Discovery. Now, if you don't like that era of World of Warcraft, of course, you can always play retail for that same subscription. You don't have to pay anything more unless you want all the store mounts. If you want the store mounts, you gotta play Midnight coming out. Right now it's at the War Within, which I have, but I haven't played. I spent all the money for it, but I decided Dragonflight was enough for me, and then I went back in time and played Cataclysm. Well, I was playing Wrath at the time, but then I picked up a Cataclysm. But then I didn't really get to endgame, so I'm gonna miss out on Mists of Pandaria, which is coming out very shortly. Mists of Pandaria adds the Panda class, which can either be Horde or Alliance. They're a third party. You can be either Horde or Alliance as a Pandaran. Okay? You can be a panda. It can be Kung Fu Panda. I don't know if Jack Black is gonna stream. Jack Black needs to stream a 24-hour subathon for the release of Miss Pandaria with the new release of the new Kung Fu Panda movie. And he needs to do a live stream, and I'm gonna bring him some food for like 3 seconds. And everybody's gonna know who I am. Okay, anyway. 3 seconds. Not 15. I'm not using all 15. I only use 3. 3 seconds at a time. 15 seconds. You don't want 15 seconds unless that 15 seconds is gonna turn into an infinity sign. Okay. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. But you don't have to just play retail. You can also play Miss Pandaria coming out right now. I'm pretty sure it's... Did it already switch over to Miss Pandaria? Maybe I'm behind on the news. Chat, can you fill me in on it in the comments below? What I missed out on? Because I missed out on a lot on the Twitch scene. I've been paying attention to this bitch. Okay, so I came back and like everything's destroyed. Asmongold isn't an OTK anymore? What the fuck happened? What the hell? Why did this happen? Why did this happen? Anyway, that is one thing I missed. There's like a whole bunch of other shit I missed. I have no idea what's going on with Pokimane. I think she like went independent or she found a new manager. I have no idea. But I have no idea what's going on. I haven't seen her water bottle since like a while. I don't know if that's my fault. Because I didn't click on their stream and hit subscribe and click those notifications so that I know when they go live. I'm dumb. I should have done better. I should have had a V8. Okay, let's play some World of Warcraft. Hopefully it's not down for maintenance again, like the other day. Then we have to play Counter-Strike. And I don't want to play Counter-Strike. It has too much violence. We don't like games that teach people to shoot people. Well, fuck you. I'll play Mario Brothers where I eat mushrooms. No, we're gonna play violent video games because they're not as violent as you think they are. It's like playing freaking paintball without the pain and without paying like hundreds of dollars on paintballs and equipment and going for like long drives to places out in the middle of the desert with random locations just so you can play FPS games in real life. Or you could just sit on your computer and download the update to Counter-Strike and then play for like 12 hours a day. You don't have to go anywhere to do that. You can just go to your computer. What is wrong with people? Why didn't they figure this out like years ago? You don't have to do all those IRL streams. You didn't have to do that just to impress me? Oh wait, it wasn't for me? Of course it was. I'm the only audience member. The Twitch audience. Oh yeah, wait, they have a YouTube audience. Oh, I didn't realize. I'm also a YouTuber. Apparently. Apparently, I'm a YouTuber. But actually, no, I'm a warrior in World of Warcraft. I'm the replacement for Asmongold. Fuck you guys. You guys don't even know how to talk to me. I'm gonna figure it out on my own. Just like Asmongold did. And I'm gonna pull an Asmongold and then go poppin' like soda poppin' Gandolfini. Soda poppin' Gandolfini is my new manager. That I'm screwed. He's not gonna do shit. I better figure it out on my own because my manager is never going to lift a finger to help me. He doesn't even know where he is. Like, he's like, doesn't know if it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner. That he earned it, okay? So I better earn it because then I can be somebody's manager and I don't have to do shit. Yeah, I can just be someone's manager. I can be someone's manager and all I have to do is just like write like an email once a year that like invites them to an event, and then the other people do the managering for me. They find a better manager, but I still get paid. That's what you want. I don't know why everybody's trying to do all this work. Isn't it what you want? Is you want like a manager to just do everything for you so you could just show up to work? Oh. That's what I've wanted the whole time. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that great? I mean, if I'm gonna get a manager who doesn't do anything for me, I may as well, like, I kind of need to get my shit together and, like, figure out, like, okay, what the fuck do I need to do to be successful? I need to learn what Asmongold did. And not literally. I need to change that part of my life. I don't have to be a messy house. I could change this. I can change this. We can, together, we could stand up and clean our rooms. Twitch viewers. For all of you out there that like have a dirty room that you haven't cleaned in like months, and you know you can clean it and it's not even that much, all you have to do is like not care about it, and then you could milk it for another 7 months, and then you have 10 months of nonsense that you can just do. And nobody's gonna care. And then one day, everybody starts caring, and then you're the one who finally stops caring, and it's great. When other people are mad, and you realize they're only mad because they hate you. Oh, it didn't sell. No, 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 no. The price went down. Oh, I'm gonna... Any blues I'm gonna filter out, obviously. Anything basically... Everything above 30 silver, I'm gonna filter out. Actually, no, how about everything from Sears Mantle? Because people need that, because it's the shoulders. Everything from the Sears Mantle up, I'm gonna filter out. So I don't accidentally sell them. Everything 30 silver or below, I'm gonna vendor. And I've already filtered out the stuff that I need. We need to keep Briarthorn, copper ore, I guess the Snapvine watermelon, and the moist cornbread, not coin bread. You can turn the cornbread into coin bread. Make that bread, bitch. You probably need to keep all the formulas and patterns, because you want your crafters to your formulas and patterns. You want your like alchemists and your clothiers. You want them to be happy. You need them to level their crafts, and then you sell the rest. So anything 30 silver or below, I'm gonna sell to the vendor, and then everything else I'm gonna auction. I'm gonna put it back on the auction because the prices must have driven down. This is basic auction house mechanics. I learned this in Final Fantasy XI Classic era in 2004 to 2009 growing up. So I already know how the auction house works. You can't put too much on the auction house at once. So you should only put a certain amount every 24 hours. Potentially every week if you're only raid logging. Don't put stuff up on the auction house every single day. Certain things. Those are like, purple items, probably. You want to save those until the price goes up. And then you drive it down. You're going to be the one who starts it. You're going to be the one everyone hates. Because they're like, we were making a lot of gold. No, you're not. Because now everybody's quitting the game because the prices are too high. They don't have that kind of money. They're going to start not giving a fuck. Just like me. And then they're gonna realize I was right the entire time, and I made like really good decisions for myself and others. But that's besides the point. Beside the point. It's not away from the point, it's beside the point. Poseidon. Oh, no. We're not talking about Greek mythology or Greek god X. We're talking about XQC. One time in a stream, he mentioned that one of his girlfriend's name was Rebecca. And no, he didn't say she was his girlfriend. He didn't say that she was like even a person. He just said he was thinking about Rebecca. Was he talking about me? Maybe I helped him learn things about his life. He is a younger man. He's like, what, 28? Like, he's still figuring shit out. He's in his, like, grind phase. Oh, no, he's like 33 now. So he's in his, like, figuring shit out phase. Like, he finally, like, went through the grind, and now he's like, fuck this. What the fuck am I doing with my life? Oh wait, that was when I was, like, 31. But he's like he's French and I'm part French, so that makes us basically the same person. I swear, Chad, I'm not parasocial. I'm trying to make a point. That you shouldn't think about others. You should only think about yourself, because if you're thinking about yourself, then when you think about others, you're not looking at the other's faults. You're looking at your own faults. And so when you see those things in other people, you're really just looking at yourself. And if you complain about your streamers and try to get them fired, you're basically complaining about getting yourself fired. If you want to quit your job, go quit your job. Nobody's asking you to do that. Everyone's asking me to quit my job. I'm not going to quit my job. I can't. I'm permanently disabled. I can only do certain things in this world. And so I figured some shit out that makes money, and I'm going to keep doing it. And I'm going to figure out the right way to do it. No, I'm not going to quest. I know it says it in my guild name. That's like an everybody guild. They invite every single person in the server, so don't feel special. If everyone's special, then no one's special. So stop feeling so special. No, you should keep feeling special, because you are. If you are not, then you are not. But if you are, you are. These are the days of our lives. I should go on the days of our lives, like as like a new character. That would be cool. I'd be so good at that. I'd be so good at that. I'd be like this like soap opera actress. I could speak Spanish like, lo siento, señor. No puedo creerlo. Tú eres creativo. No estamos. Nosotros no puedo creer. And then you gotta throw the glass of water in their face. Like, not like the water, not splashing the water. No, you have to actually like pitch it like a baseball. Like, you have to give like a pitch to like millionaires. What my pitch is, hey, if you're watching, you know who you are, and let's cut the crap. Let's talk money, okay? My goal is to make everyone as much money as they possibly can, regardless of whether I like you or not. Okay, so if you think that I'm holding out for more money, I'm not. I'm holding out for the right people, and that could be you. So send an email to, and I might get back to you. You know how to reach me. You don't need my email. Anyway, let's do this thing where we're going to farm gold for my mount. Regardless of whether I'm buying it on the auction house or not, we're doing the content. So, need before greed plus rogue always gets locked items. Need before greed plus rogue always gets locked items. If you need, I will pass on item with 3 exclamation points. And I need to copy paste that, list self, and then invite everybody who doesn't normally get invited. So let's get the rogues. Let's get the rogues. And then let's just, the hunter, get the hunter, and then the lower level mage. And a paladin. Yo, hey, yo. No, the healers need to make their own groups. Oh wait, never mind. Yeah, I can be the healer for myself. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I'm helping people doing their quest. I'm gonna heal you. Yay! I'm being a part of the guild. Oh no, they don't drop anything. I just healed a priest. They can heal themselves. Now he's just sitting down not knowing what the fuck happened. Thought he was gonna solo the quest. He was gonna be like this big hero on his stream, and then comes along Rebecca fucking Lauren, and she just uses a first aid bandage on the person. A person was gonna milk that for like 3 hours. And now you just like took like 2.5 hours off of their schedule. Invite DPS. Oh, okay. Okay, this, yeah. Okay. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so if somebody leaves, you know, invite me over. Someone needs to go. Someone gets banned for 3 days. Let me fill in for them. Use AI if you have to. I don't know if you have to use AI when you hire me, so it saves you a computer. It saves you buying a computer. You don't have to buy a new computer for me. How about that? Because I have my own computer. I don't need you. I can do it on my own. But I'd rather not do it on my own. I'd rather feel safe. Hugh. Yep, stonks. We're doing stockades. Stonks. We're doing stonks. We're doing stonks. Now's the time to buy because we're going to do a recession. You better buy before it gets too low. You don't want to wait till it's at the bottom and the stock market crashes. If that's you, then shame on you. You're waiting until people's lives are ruined to save them. That's kind of weird, but you know, whatever. You're fuked. Rogues get locked items priority. Need those. Can do a death roll. Or who gets can do a death roll without Yeah, so basically we have 2 rogues, so I said if you want prio on all the items, on all locked items this run, you're gonna have to do a death roll from 1,000. Roll from 2-8. Oh. Yeah, you do a random from 1,000, and then you do your roll is what your opponent uses. Yeah, I don't know. I just like helping everybody. Like, that's kind of who I am. I'm like, hey, I'm going to help you guys get your quest done. I'm going to help you get XP. You can lot items you actually need. Otherwise, I'm going to need lot everything. Because I'm kind of selfish. I need lots of gold for my mount and stuff. That's basically the game, is you want to make as much gold as possible. Because you spend gold in order to get items you need so that you can make money. You make money so that you can make money. That's basically how it works. And it feeds on itself. And you don't know which one is priority. Because they both are. You can't have one without the other. It's like it's a package deal. Ugh. Stockades. Why do we play stockade? Because I'm only level 40, I can't really like farm Mordon yet. I want my mount. And so this is going to be the easiest place to farm because it's right here in Stormwind. I could literally always have Rallying Cry the Dragon Slayer, which gives you critical stuff, melee and ranged 5% critical bonus, and 140 attack power for 2 hours. And so it's like right here in Stormwind. So you can just wait for your world buff, and then you can farm here for like hours. For like lots of gold. Compared for how easy it is. Yeah, it looks like Thunder launched a thunderclap. Took a fucking missile launch into the toilet. for a while. I had to say, like, I think I could replace the hunter with a paladin if he's just gonna AFK the whole time. But he got back before we finished west, so now we're, okay, eastward. Mr. Eastwood, Mr. Astwood, Mr. Astwood. Yeah, I don't know if we got the boss Basil in the west ward. So we're gonna finish the east ward, and then we're gonna swing back at the end. And I think Thunder wasn't there anyway, so I wanted to wait for, maybe we wanted to wait for Thunder. Oop. It's all that probiotics. It just makes you burp. That's pretty much it. You gotta burp, it's healthy. It gets all that extra nonsense out. You don't want to be rude about it. Nuh-uh. Slow-mo. Schlong. What is going on? Did we clear? Oh, there he is. Oh, wait. No. Oh, there's a chest. I gotta open the chest because I'm greedy. It's mine. It's not locked, so it's not the rogues. Ooh, nice, I got a green. I'll vendor it. No, it's got a good disenchant value. I'll sell it for the disenchanters. There's people who just buy greens up off the auction house all day long, and they just disenchant every single item. And I need those disenchanters to be on in the realm. I need them to be happy, so I'm gonna keep selling the greens if they have high disenchant value of like around 30 silver or more. That's a good metric, I think. Okay. Back to east. Back to east. We can get a reset after we clear. I am doing multiple runs for 2 to 3 hours. Streaming on Twitch. Yeah, I have a little bit of self-promo, but it's okay, it's normal. Oops. Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of like doing a World of Warcraft grind today. I've been playing off stream as well. I'm really kind of in love with the grind. It's like it's really good repetitive behavior. It helps me because I'm like autistic and shit. So it's one of those things that's kind of like therapeutic for me. It's almost like it's just relaxing because it's like repetitive, and I know exactly what to expect. Not really exactly, but like, you know, obviously. But like, you know, I know like, you know, the gameplay. The patterns. I know the patterns of the gameplay. Oh, Basil is on the east, okay. Now we clear trash. Oh, I don't have any more bandages. Yeah, if you need to leave, even if it's in the middle of the run, don't worry, I will replace that person. So don't ever think that you're that special that you can't be replaced. But also, you are special, so don't expect to be replaced for no reason. You know, I don't replace people just because, you know, I don't like the person or whatever. No, I replace a person if they're bringing down the group, if they're harassing people, or if like they need to go, like, which is most of the time, like 99% of the time, it's just because someone needs to say, hey, I need to go, I need to log out. Even if we haven't finished the dungeon, I'm like, okay, cool. I can solo the dungeon, so we don't even have to replace you. I don't even need any of you, so I appreciate all the help. It's like it's a give and take. It's a give and take. You kind of like, you help someone out, and they might help you out, they might not. But if you help someone out, it like gives them a little bit of like an olive branch. It's a starting point. It's like a starting point. It's not the end point. So we need to filter that out. Anything that vendor a disenchant value of 30 silver or more, or buyout of. Okay, so let's sell the trash first. So anything like these need to be filtered out. And may as well keep the spongy molar. All the food stuff you can like. Oops, I filtered out the wrong ones. Whoops. Let's just filter all of them out then. I needed to filter the ones that were above, not the ones that were below. Anyway, I can just auction house them anyway. I should auction house all the greens. I shouldn't vendor them. Since I'm farming over time, I'm gonna help out the disenchanters by putting them up on the auction house, to me, that's more valuable than vending them for quick gold. Now, if I wanted quick gold, I can sell them from my bags. I don't need to use the TSM client just to sell a green. I should use the auction house first. And if they don't sell, then I might put them back up, or I'll vendor them. All blues I should always put back up. Blues are above. I should always put back up. I need to get some mage weave cloth. I think I can use heavy mage weave cloth, but I can't make it yet because I think I need to do a special quest. I already did the triage quest, but I need to go all the way back there to the advanced trainer, which is annoying because I don't want to do that right now. So I think I can buy them from the auction house though. Let's put these all up. Okay. Having a slice. You know, I wanted to taste their orange because Slice is known for the orange soda. And since they rebranded to healthy soda, I wanted to try. I haven't tried the orange. Ironically, I haven't tried their orange yet. And I think it's pretty good. Tastes like orange juice. 105 gold? Let's go! Yeah, it's a twink staff. It's a twink staff, level 19. It's the best staff at level 19, I think. Is it better than... It's slightly better than Ember. It gives you that stamina, which gives you extra HP. Let's compare it to, first of all, let's compare it to the Ember Stone. I was gonna watch a movie that I saw when I was a kid called Carnosaur. I thought it was called Allosaurus. But it's called Carnosaur. It's about like some experimental dinosaur creature. And I saw it as a kid. Like I was like 8 years old. Okay, so oh yeah, I was gonna copy paste. Okay, we're going to Wowhead. Normally I have a dedicated app for it, but usually I just use I made a bookmark app and it works pretty well. Wowhead's pretty nice. Gives you a lot. There's already a lot of community written guides. I guess, is that Soda Poppin' or someone else? No, somebody looks like Soda Poppin'. Doesn't he like never use a green screen? So no, it's just a thumbnail. Okay. I have no idea about all these people. I just know they're people who play the game. So you can look for like, you know, classes like Fury Warrior, DPS, but I'm not going to set up Protection Warrior until I'm level 60 with some pre-bis or bis. I'm only as an alt. Level 60 I can replace arms with protection, and then I can just respec my Fury primary spec depending on if I need a DPS or if I need a DPS or tank, because Fury Prot is different than Fury. Like, there's dual wield Fury. I don't like dual wield, but I might need to have a dual wield spec for specific things that require me, like, really fast attacks. Like, maybe clearing stockades for level 20s. 20 to... get people level 30 plus, and then... Yeah, like, oh yeah, I forgot there's people waiting on me. I just wanted to look at this really quick because we're still looking at the auction house. I haven't left the auction house. I'm still at the auction house. So I need to make a new search for what's the Ember Stone staff and open that in a new tab. Yeah, so 5 stamina, 8 intellect, and 5 spirit. So you do get a nice, like, Ember Stone is better for farming lower level mobs. For doing highest level, like, PvP stuff, you're gonna want the more stamina and the more intellect. I don't think the spirit's gonna matter as much because you're just gonna be using potions and shit. And, like, you know, and you're gonna be, if you're doing PvP, you're probably gonna be not expecting to rest. So spirit isn't gonna be as important in PvP settings. And that's why I call this a twink staff, because this is for level 19, like, level locked people. The twink people, I guess they call it twink. It's a tune without item negating creativity. I don't know. Anyway, let's get back because these people are probably waiting for me. Let's see how much I'm selling. 151 gold incoming, hopefully. 151 gold. Okay, I am looking for numbers. Gather at the stockades entrance inside. Okay, let's look. Okay, it's just this mages. There we go. Let's get mages and a rogue. Oh. Though it says my beater is bigger. My Peter is bigger. I guess they're doing dick comparisons. I mean, that's what details are for. If you want to compare damage to another player, you can install the add-on details. It gives you a damage meter, so it tells you how much damage you do, and it gives you a. You could even look at your. Like, let's say this mage, you want to see how much damage, I mean this rogue, how much damage Sinister Strike did on that last group against Hamhawk. Then you can see that damage, and so you could see, you could see all the damage in case you want to, you know, have a pissing contest with your fellow teammates. You get to do that. It's your right as an individual for the Alliance. Yeah, I forgot to get bandages. Okay, I'll just go to the auction house. They can wait another 2 to 3 minutes. I'm not gonna RP walk the whole time. I'm gonna run. I'm not gonna RP walk and make them wait. No, we're not doing that. I am literally, the whole entire reason I went to the auction house in the first place. I have enough potions. I have 6 potions. I don't think I need them. I'm getting better at tanking, and plus now we have mages. And the mages are killing, and the rogue is like clearing off all the stragglers with like quick attacks. So we got like a pretty good group going. 3 mages and a rogue with a level 40 warrior. So we got a good group. That's solid. We should be getting lots of XP per hour. Let me start I forgot to start my timer, so I know how long I've been streaming without having to check OBS. So the stream can see the time without having to get out of full screen. Or hovering over it. So I was getting mage weave bandages. Yeah. Mage weave. Let's just do a search that's dedicated. Advanced item search. Oh, bandage. Is there a formula for it? So I can just make, because I was heavy, on the manual, I mean, heavy silk bandage. I already know heavy silk. Okay. No heavy I need heavy mage. I think maybe nobody's selling it. There's no heavy mage weed. Okay. Whoa, that's way too much gold. What the fuck? Why is mage weave so expensive? Let's just get the mage weave cloth. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, that's way too much. I'm not paying 750 gold for bandages I can make myself. Oh, I gotta go to the fucking... Okay. It's not like in Final Fantasy 11, okay? Like, but that's good because that doesn't clog all your bags. Final Fantasy 11, you can only have 7 auctions at a time anyway. You can't put like a ton of shit up. You know, I gotta make the cloth. I thought I already learned it. Oh no, that was heavy silk bandage. Okay, I just got a regular mage weave. I'm actually wasting gold by not running to the trainer that trains heavy mage weave. Either way, we're gonna get to rune cloth eventually. When we can farm rune cloth, I'm gonna be like unstoppable. Unstoppable with rune cloth. Yeah, I gotta make sure I have mage weave bandages. It's always important. I need some milk. I'll be right back. Okay, 9 left. Having some milk. Three, two, one. Okay. We get it. Do they get it? Do I get it? I don't even know if I get it. I'm not even wearing my glasses. I don't even know what's going on the screen. Wait, it's not pre-recorded. I'm actually playing the game. I didn't like hire someone to do it for me. I don't do that. I don't like hang out with somebody on Discord and have them play the game and I just copy paste what they're doing. That's not what's going on. I don't have an AI running this stream. I am a real person. I know I made a joke. I know it's like a big shocker. I'm an actual real person. I'm not an artificial intelligence. I don't know if you got that. Let's get the music pumping. Let's go. Okay, I don't think we can... Oh, okay, I don't think we can take that much. I don't think we can take on that much at once. I think I was taking on way too much. What happened to the mages? That's the second time that happened. A paladin is literally just queued up, and I gave an invite immediately. The other one was on the way to Red Ridge. It has to wait until they land until... Male paladin. Okay, male human. And having a healer paladin as backup makes my mage weed bandages last longer. Saves me gold over time to have a healer in the group. I promise. 頼む. I promise. It is promised. We are gay. Oh my goodness. Not sure what happened there. Not sure what happened there at all. I think the mage pulled. Oh god. Reset. Alright, so now we gotta clear bags. Gotta clear bags. Gotta check in with myself. How am I doing? How am I doing? I think I'm doing okay today. I feel really good. I have my coffee and my probiotic. And I think, you know, I'm just kind of like, you know, we're just getting into the groove of things. We've been streaming for an hour and a half. And I'm feeling good about it. Feeling good about the stream today. Feeling good. Not really sure. Not really sure what to talk about. You know, there's always things to talk about, of course. But I'm not sure what to talk about. Let's check Twitter to see if... No, we're not going to do that. If I check Twitter, then I definitely have something to talk about. How about Reddit? I don't have an active subreddit, so if one day we might have an active subreddit where people are going to post things for me to react to on stream. That would be helpful. I don't have that kind of viewer base though, so I have to do all the work for myself, so it's a lot of work, so I don't do it. So instead I play World of Warcraft. And that's about it. There's a lot going on in this world, and people will always try to like lead us astray. But we always have to remember that we have to be our own North Star. If there's anything you can learn from someone, quote unquote, the fact that I have to say it this way, from someone like Asmongold, from the fact that we have to learn from someone like him, there's always, the fact that I even have to say that is kind of a weird thing, but I do have to say it. See, it has a lot of haters on the internet. And it's like, there's reasons. And it's like, I'm just like kind of confused, like why people are just figuring out how the internet works. I've been on social media for 25 years, and I always thought it was just an amalgamation of every single person with every single thought. And that you can pick and choose who you have in your life. Just like that, you don't have to watch YouTubers that you don't like. I only watch some of his videos only when it's interesting to me. Because he's an entertainer. He's also an educator, if you believe that. He teaches people how he thinks. So that's educational value. It's very valuable. Doesn't mean you have to be like him. You shouldn't want to be like him. You shouldn't want to be like me either. You should be like yourself. You should be your own North Star. That's something he knows all too well. So if it works for him, quote unquote, if it works for the likes of him, end quote, then it could probably work for you if you're like take showers and you go to the gym and you like eat really healthy food. You eat kale. Let me get some, I need to sharpen my axe. Let's go. Then I'll get more XP for them per hour. And strength potion. I need to buy those. So elixir of giants. I always need to have at least one. I can buy 5 of those. Or I could buy 1 of those. 3 gold. 5 of them is 13 gold. You get a bit of you save a little bit of gold if you buy 5 of them. But only a little bit of gold. I am saving up for my mount. So I may as well buy 5 because then I'll be able to farm faster. And I need to get a sharpening stone. I don't need to use it on my one-handed. Let's get... I don't want to have enough gold for that many. Let's just get 1 sharpening stone. Or we can get 5 of the lower tier ones, because I have the elixir of giants. No, I don't want to get that. Okay. This is why I wanted to level up my rogue. Well, I could just get... I can just get... That's 30 minutes. I think with the strength plus 30... Or is probably going to make up for that. 25, I mean. Okay. I should be good to go. All that strength. Oh, it's going to waste. She's not even using her brain. She's only using her body. She deserves better. Why don't you ask what I want? I don't know why these people are like this. There's so many people out there. They're like, oh, you don't have to sell out just based on your sexuality or based on your looks. You could be a mathematician. And it's like, yeah, I could. I don't know why people didn't help me with math. Because I helped my... No, I grew up and I was really good at math. And then they didn't do anything. It didn't do anything for me. Nobody gave me a job doing math. So I'm like, why did they spend so much time teaching me math then? I got really good at it. I could be like solving equations for NASA and shit. But no! People are like, no, you can't make money as a mathematician. You have to be a college teacher if you want to make money. And then you just like waste your entire life hating your job, hating your boss, hating your students. And it's like, why would people want that? So I didn't do it. I was like, why would I want this? Oh, did I reset it? Oh. Reset. Okay. This one is a probiotic refresher sparkling drink. It's obviously non-alcoholic. Mojito, but it's a virgin mojito. Why is it virgin? Why do we use all these sexualized language? And then it's like I don't want to get into it. Let's just do the dungeon.
mansion is just ahead of us, not a hint of light inside. She's standing right in front of me, her rake swinging side to side. The thing I fear the most is that the devil will set my faithful soul ablaze. These corridors stretch forever into never-ending darkness. I listen very carefully, but the silence is deafening. A whisper could be heard for miles, and a spark would light the room like fireworks. Oh, I feel the apprehension of my comrades by my side. Better hold on real tight, cause it'll be wild ride. Oh, you know I've been gone for a while, looking for that cold rock made of fire, and I don't think that I will come home soon. When I do, will you still be waiting for me? Don't leave the lights on for me. Get yourself a good rest. I'll be by your side. I won't be back till my journey's through, but I can't wait to come and see. From the atrium to the ballroom to the lady in the clock tower, we get more lost and we find our way with each unfolding hour. There's a limit to the mystery contained within this history unfolding. Oh, we freeze upon the sound of footsteps sneaking menacingly. A skeleton emerges, his skull beating devilishly. I reach to grab my knife as I prepare for this battle's fatality. The demon slayer, she looks at me with those deep blue eyes, but I gotta resist temptation and keep my eyes on the prize. Oh, you know I've been gone for a while, looking for that cold rock made of fire, and I don't think that I will come home soon. When I do, you still be waiting for me. Don't leave the lights on for me. Get yourself a good rest. You'll be fine, you'll see. I won't be back till my journey's through. When I get to come and see.
Hey, super big Peter, super big Peter. How you doing? How you doing? You got the big Peter in the group. Nice, welcome. Thanks for joining. We've been live for 1 hour and 47 minutes. We're doing carries today. Everybody here is welcome. I don't care what the fuck your identity politics are. Leave those at the door. You're a person. I don't care what your pronouns are, but you can be you and share yourself if you want. If people are being assholes, then get the fuck out. I don't care who you are. If you're in game, I will carry you. As long as you're not like fucking like always AFKing, obviously. But like you're like people sometimes like just think this is like a hard carry. No. I am practicing group mechanics, and I don't really want people just like thinking this is a free ride. But it's not really much I'm asking for. It's like just people's participation, and you know, like just showing up to the group and doing your damage. I can heal myself. I don't even need the paladin, but I would prefer not to use those because I'm spending a lot of gold to do these. But I'm also farming gold, so it works out. I have 151 gold on the way. After all those sell, most of those are going to sell. Everything else, I think I'm just going to vendor. I'm going to get my mount, and then I'm going to start picking off which plate mail pieces I have remaining. Try to find the mats for them, and then try to find a crafter for them. And then I'll go from there, and then start doing Moradon. I think is like I got to start going over to the Kalimdor and doing all the dungeon stuff there. And then at level 50, I'm gonna start carrying Moradon, just like I'm doing stockades. So stick around. If you get to level 40, I will carry you to level 50. You don't have to do what I'm doing right now, which is farming allies. I don't know if people realize that's what's going on. I'm kind of farming people to play the game with, because it's hard to find people who are reliable. And once you find people who are reliable, you can't always rely on them. So you got to find lots of people. I don't want all the level 40s to do what I'm doing. I would rather help them out, help them get gold. I think once Moradon hits, we're just doing greed lots only, because we're all greedy at that point. If everyone's a level 40, then nobody's special. However, if there's a level 60 in our group, that person replaces me. But I'm gonna be level 60 eventually, and then I'm gonna. I think at that point you don't do need before greed unless it's a very specific item, and you're doing loot master at that point, and you go from there. You have like a raid leader who decides who gets what, and from there, that's where I'm heading. I was trying to pull them into the center room, but people don't generally understand those mechanics. I don't expect them to. This is more of a casual clear, so I'm not really trying to do like heavy mechanics. I just want to get better at playing warrior. And so like it's easier to play against lower level mobs because I can tank them without worrying about dying as much. And I'm helping out lower levels. And I'm helping getting people their items, helping people get their gear, you know, and getting their XP so they can get new talents and they can get new spells. I want to level all the level 20 to 30s. They're kind of on 30 to 40 on their own, but when they get to level 40, if I'm level 40, then they'll probably go with me to Mordon. I'm looking for paladins and mages and rogues. That's pretty much like the ideal group. 2 mages, a paladin, and a rogue, with a warrior as a main tank. I'm learning how to play warrior, so please bear with me as I learn the game. I am not really understanding of 100% of the game or the mechanics. And so if you're like ever wanting to give me advice, I'm also streaming on YouTube, but those VODs will be available. You can even put a timestamp in the comments and tell me exactly what I'm doing wrong. I want to know it all. I am not egotistical in that kind of specific way. I'm egotistical in a different way. But it's in a way that benefits me and benefits everyone else around me. So it's like AoE healing is kind of my mindset. I'm not just helping myself get gold. I'm helping all these lower levels get some XP and get their quests finished. Because it's hard to find a main tank. And I think the trade-off of gold for, you know, like, since I'm not getting XP from this, I think the trade-off of getting gold is pretty reasonable. I don't expect it. That's why it's kind of like rolling the dice. Because it depends on what drops. Like blues don't always drop. The blues don't always drop. So it's like you're farming the blues, but you're mostly getting greens. And greens are good because you can put them on the auction house and they help the questers who don't want to do these dungeons, because they can just buy it from me on the auction house. I feel like that's better than just asking for tips all the time. A lot of the people who do mercenary shouts to like do stockades or whatever, they're just expecting gold and then you get all the drops, which means if you want all the, you know, that's kind of okay, but it's just like you're helping people get gear, but like you can help more people if you get all the drops and put them on the auction house yourself. Because if you get all the auction house stuff yourself, that way I can control. People aren't just vendoring them, and it'll fill the auction house. It'll drive the prices down, which a lot of people don't want, but a lot of people do want it. They just don't know it. They think they want it, but they think they don't want it, but they do. He said the thing. Blizzard thinks they know everything. They do. They have all the data from like all the gameplay like they have like their own parsing system. They probably have their own add-ons. It's like wow, they have their own specific add-ons they use because they're the ones programming it. They have like their own custom add-ons, most likely, if any add-ons at all, or they use 0 add-ons because they're using the native UI. There's got to be people who are literally trained to improve and debug because obviously you need to have a really good native UI for the people who don't even know how to install CurseForge. Okay? Can't load CurseForge on streams because sometimes the ads are really not appropriate for stream, I would say. So you want to hide the display capture if you're gonna load CurseForge on your main monitor, on your streaming monitor. That's why you usually have a side monitor. I think I started using the piercing howl to like kite them a little better than hamstring. Hamstring I almost think like hamstring's useless now. I got piercing howl. No, I still need hamstring. I'm gonna keep it on alt 1. Because you need to use it on single targets sometimes. In a pinch, when you can't figure out how to do these. Because I can't figure out how to do those really quick. I when I'm a raid leader, I have to do that. You have to mark out which mob to kill first, which mob to kill second. But if you can't do that in a pinch because you need to do mechanics, you can do hamstring on the ones that you don't want them to attack. Or not, do piercing howl on the ones that you want to kite. But if you want to use hamstring to make it more accurate because you want them to, you don't want them to fail. You just tell your group, hey, at any given time, if there's no marker, the one that isn't hamstringed is the one that you need to be attacking. Or no, I could say that it's the one that I need to build threat on. So they can attack the ones I'm kiting. Or vice versa, whichever works better for which situation. I don't know which call out is better. I'm gonna tell you that. I literally don't know which call out is better. I have no idea. Right now I'm just kind of chilling and jamming and listening to some music. I'm in my pajamas, so I'm jamming. Exactly. See? I'm in my PJs. I'm in my PJs. I'm in my pajamas. I'm in my PJs. I'm in my PJs. Okay, I think we need to go east. I'm just jamming to some music right now, so not really super talkative. Kind of focusing on the game. I'm focusing on the game. Nice, I got a green out of that. How long have I been playing WoW? Well, I tried it first when it initially launched in the initial vanilla back in 2004. I played a free trial to level 20. I had a female paladin named, I think I named her Mayura. It was like Maya or like Mayura. Yeah, it's like Myra, I think was her name. Yeah, her name was Myra. And she was a paladin. I had a two-handed sword because I wanted to be like Seska from Berserk. But she wanted to be like Guts. And I wanted to be like Guts. Or Casca. What was her name? Seska? No, Seska is Star Trek Voyager. Casca is Berserk. And Kurapika is Hunter x Hunter. And I don't even know Kurapika's gender identity. he's a little bit genderqueer. I think like the idea was like all the male characters looked really pretty, and then all the female characters were like really ugly. It was the opposite of what people expected anime to be. Like all the male characters are like super bright, shining, pretty faces. Like normally they only have the female characters doing that. So it's kind of like it's kind of genderqueer. Hunter x Hunter is genderqueer. If you like it, you're genderqueer. Sorry if that bothers you. Anyway, enough of that. This is why I say identity politics at the door, because it sets me off. I don't like talking about it, about stuff that are identity politics. But how long I've been playing WoW? See, that's how long I've been playing WoW. Is I know that Chuck Norris was a thing, and that level 20 was the max level you could get, and I did Dead Mines at level 20, and then I couldn't level up past 20 because it was a free trial, so I quit playing and I started playing hardcore Diablo 2. Because I had already beaten Diablo 2 many times, but on softcore, on standard or whatever. But I started playing hardcore on Diablo 2, and I think my highest was a level. Oh. And then I kind of quit until there was what was the BFA? I played during BFA. I think that was 2020. So I played BFA for like 2 months and I streamed it. I was making content. I was doing content. I was doing BFA, and I got tired of it. I thought it was boring because of all the I just did dungeon after dungeon. Like I just queued up, which is what I'm doing now, but like in a different way. It's different now because it's classic vanilla. It's not BFA. So I quit. I didn't play during Shadowlands, and then I started playing hardcore classic vanilla when the OnlyFans stuff started up, and I started seeing the clip compilations, and I wanted to play, and I got my highest was level 20, level 23 mage. And and then I played that. I think I got level 23 mage was my highest. I was starting with paladin. I had no idea what I was doing, but I did get to level 16 paladin after 3 paladin deaths. I think that was my. I think I had either had 3 or 4 paladins before I switched over to. I tried out warrior and stuff. I tried out mage, and I was able to survive the longest on mage. And then I got into when the content kind of dropped off. I switched over to Wrath of the Lich King, and I had a Draenei warrior, and I leveled up because my initial and at Dragonflight at the time too. I played Dragonflight a little bit after I started hardcore WoW, and I leveled a Draenei warrior to level 75 or 80 or whatever. No, level 75. And I was doing raid there, and I was learning the mechanics, but I got kind of bored, I was trying to. There's just too much storyline to finish, so I took a break and I played Cataclysm. And I started a new Draenei Warrior, but I'm kind of tired of playing Draenei, and I think they're better. I think they're best in slot for Warrior, but they don't release till Wrath, and if I wait until Wrath, I'm not going to play for like another 3 years. So I decided to just make a human and make her my main, and she's me, and you know, so I'm going to stay human the whole time. I'm not going to make a Draenei unless it's an alt, which I will level alt level 60s. I think probably around Wrath of the Lich King, I'm going to level another Draenei. Maybe the Burning Crusade. I think for Burning Crusade, I'm gonna do if they do hardcore the Burning Crusade, I'm gonna play as Blood Elf Paladin, and I'm gonna do Blood Elf Rep Paladin. If you know, for Horde, and I'm gonna do just Draenei Warrior for Alliance. If I do hardcore the Burning Crusade. So you know, Draenei is going to be my hardcore, and human is going to be my retail, my era, my era, or what do you want to call it? The anniversary realm. So for the anniversary PvP, okay, there we go. Anniversary PvP realm for Nightslayer, I'm playing human warrior is my main. Okay, I need to help these people with this quest. So then, yeah, I don't know. Like I was talking about how long I've been playing WoW. So I like stopped playing after kind of like hardcore started bothering me because I'm like, I got to level 23 and then I died and I have to start over. And I'm like, I got tired of doing the initial 1 to 10 quests. It started getting a little interesting at level 20 and I kept dying. I got level 18 mage. I stopped playing altogether until the only thing started again. They were doing horde this time. And so I played undead mage. My highest is level 18, still alive. In fact, the only death I had was like a level 6 shaman, no, warlock. And then I re-rolled the warlock. So I mean, I didn't die. That's the only one that, oh no, I died, no, level 6 shaman. I died on. And then I re-rolled it. I hadn't leveled it up yet. I don't really understand shaman just yet, but I rolled. I had a level 8. Everything else I stayed alive. I had orc warrior. I think level 16 now, and then a level 18 undead mage. And I have the staff of Orgrimmar. And for my warrior, I need to get the axe of Orgrimmar, or whatever. Or is it the staff? No. Yeah, there's like an axe I can get, I'm pretty sure, to get me to level 20, basic. Oh no, at level 20 you gotta quest your axe. Oh, you need help for that, but you can solo that one boss apparently. I haven't done that. I've never done that. I actually, no, I think I got some help with the quest. I didn't solo the wind thing. I'm not that hardcore, okay? I needed help. And it's okay to need help. It's fine. I've been trying to get things together for myself, and like I had to take a break from video games. When I say video games, I'm mostly talking about World of Warcraft. I'm paying for the game. I don't want to play Final Fantasy 11 anymore. It got kind of boring and it's not really good for stream. And playing WoW, it's like, hey, like I can help lower levels go through dungeons. Like it's a really popular game. Like I really like this classic era of WoW, and I'm excited for the Burning Crusade coming out in November as well. I'm gonna skip out on Miss Pandaria because I'm going through this Anniversary Realm progression. I'm pretty sure it's gonna progress the same exact way anyway. So in a couple of years, I get to play Miss Pandaria anyway. And I would rather do the progression, because then if I want to quit the game, then I don't really care as much. Because I'm going to play it until I'm bored, and then I'm going to stop playing. Or unless I have a really good reason to play the game. And that makes it not boring. So it's like, I don't like it when people like think they know better than me about what I want to do. That's fun. I have fun just hanging out and like doing nothing. Because a lot of people, what they say is nothing is actually something. Like, I don't know. It's just like, I really just want to make a lot of money. I want to figure out how best to do that for as many of my allies as possible. But I need allies to do that. So I'm kind of farming allies. So you've been farmed a little bit, Big Peter. I hope you don't mind being farmed. I farmed you a little bit. You showed up to my stream though, so you took the bait. I just don't really know what people expect from me, because I don't really know, like, I can't decide for you, like, what your experience from my stream is. I can say, hey, like, what's working and what's not working. I'm really just trying to do my own thing. I've been streaming since 2019, kind of as a way to, like, have, like, it's almost like your life is a blank page, okay? And you can't edit a blank page. And so, like, you're writing your life as you go. And it's like, Twitch helped me figure that out. I don't know if it was specifically because of Twitch. I think it was just the medium that happened to trigger that response in me. It could be something different for someone else. And just like that, it's like I'm rekindling my love of gaming and gaming culture. So I can have, I don't want to just always be like boring and depressing. I want to spend time with people I care about, with my friends. and like, you know, like actually enjoy the video games again. It's hard to enjoy video games when life kind of hits you with the truck. You know, life kind of hits you like a dump truck, and you don't really have a choice. But then you try to do best with what you got, and Twitch was a huge part of that for me. It helped me get through my life-saving surgeries, which I've talked to my stream about at length, and I'm kind of tired of talking about it. Now I'm ready to live my life, because while, you know, I was going through this really like difficult process for like 5 years to get to where I am today, and I don't want to waste today talking about tomorrow. I mean, talking about yesterday, but also talking about tomorrow too. Like, you can't really decide the future either. I'm just gonna live in the now, and that's kind of what I've been doing. I listened to a radio station in Sacramento called The Now, and it's like, it kind of made me think a little bit. Like, hey, like, life is a lot better when you just focus on the now, instead of like focusing on like what you could have done better. You know, unless you're like literally cooking up like strategies and stuff, that's different. That's like you're brainstorming, you're coming up with ideas to improve your life. That's what people should be doing, instead of like always living the same exact way forever and never changing, never making any changes. Like, why would you want to live life like that? In my opinion, it's not a good way to live. But that's, you know, to each their own. I can't decide for other people how to live their lives. What I can do is I can have my best environment possible, and I thought, you know, hey, how about I just run stockades for a while, farm up some gold, help level 20s get their levels and their gear, and just have a good time listening to some music, chilling, chillaxing. We're just having a good time over here. You know, it's like, I'm not a famous person, so don't expect me to like suddenly be famous or anything like that, unless that's what happens. But if that happens, that's like, we'll go from there. I don't even know what to expect in my future. I can only expect the likely scenarios based on what I have done to sow seeds of success and joy in my life. You sow the seeds, you water the seeds, it grows into a plant, and then you eat the plant so that you can poop out and the poop has seeds in it, and the seeds grow in the soil. You water the soil and tend to the plant, and then it grows, and then you eat the fruit from the plant, and you continue to tend the branches and leaves and roots, so that it keeps growing fruit for you, and you never have to worry about ever having fruit ever again for the rest of your life, and possibly for the rest of your children's lives and your children's lives. But I can't have children. I'm not capable of it. And I wouldn't want to have children even if I could. I don't know why everybody is so addicted to having children. Like, take care of your, you know, like your life before you have, like, you introduce an entirely new sentient life form into this world, and you're like living on welfare. Like, what are you doing? I don't understand why people do that. But, you know, I can't control other people. There's a lot of stupid people out there, and they all have kids. I'm smart, and you know, I'm like, I don't want to have kids, and so I'm gonna make sure that, you know, and my surgery made sure of that for the rest of my life. You know, unless there's like some crazy miracle breakthrough in like, you know, like being able to synthesize a uterus or something like that with AI. Like, fuck that. I don't want a uterus. I don't want to have periods. Progesterone is like, it can like completely change it completely changes your brain. Estrogen alone is like, it's like postmenopausal. But we don't need to talk about all that. It's not, I mean, I don't have a lot of women watching my streams, and there's reasons for that, but I don't need to get into it. I appeal to a male audience, so I'm a female streamer who appeals to a male audience, and I don't give a flying fuck what people think about me. They can think I'm some kind of whore. Well, they'd be like, you know, pretty spot on. But like the way they do it is like what bothers me. Is like, it doesn't really bother me anymore. I'm like, hey, like, if you're gonna judge me, I mean, someone's gonna judge you for what you do, and you might not, and you're gonna feel the same way I do, where you're like, why would people judge me about that? So, like, think about it that way. For you, my lifestyle or like my career choice is immoral and like not something you should aim for, and some people even consider it to be like the worst thing possible. Like, speak for yourself. Speak for yourself. Don't speak for other people. I don't like it when people do that. It's like, I'm speaking for myself. I'm not going to speak for every single woman out there. I'm not going to speak for every single transgender person out there, because I don't even know them. How am I going to know what's best for them? So like, if I don't even know a person, how am I going to decide what that person needs? That they're on their own. It's already hard enough doing my own shit. So it's like, I don't need to like spend all that time helping other people. Nice, congratulations. Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of at a spot now where I'm just feeling really good about myself. I don't give a flying fuck what people think about me anymore. You know? I had a pretty interesting past like couple of weeks, and I think I learned a lot about myself from it. And I'm gonna move forward knowing that the world is my oyster, and I don't need to work so hard to get it. In fact, it's already mine. And I should live as if I should be expecting success, because I worked for it and I earned it, and I continue to earn it, and I'm not like complacent. So no matter what happens, even if I'm like the best situation in the world or the worst situation in the world, I always have a way to move forward. It's just don't work so hard, but try to be successful. Like, get it out of your mind that you need to work hard to succeed, because you don't need to work hard, because all the hard work in the world can result in still zero success. But what you need to do is you need to put that energy towards being successful. Take the steps necessary to become successful. Do what needs to be done, whatever that is. And it might be different. There might be many options. I know I have a lot of options, but I narrowed it down to a few things, and it's really working out for me. And I'm just trying to get myself into the ability to work to, make the most money I possibly can from it. And I'm working on it still. There's still some, nuts and bolts that haven't been put together just yet. I apologize. I'm this autistic, traumatized individual who is permanently disabled, receiving SSI, just trying to make the best out of what God has given me, okay? Which is a brain that can calculate like fucking any kind of algorithmic ideas you can possibly think of. But I can't tell you the first 10 digits of pi. 3.14 something. Okay, I'm not that kind of autistic. I can't tell you, I can't calculate that far or memorize. It's actually not even calculation at that point. It's memorization. I can't memorize that much. I'm not really good at memorization. but I'm good at understanding the algorithm, so I can calculate it from the beginning if I know the algorithm. As long as I have enough data to fill in the variables, I can do the calculation from the equation at the top of the equation and work my way down. If you know, that's how mathematics works, like algebra and calculus and all that shit. Luckily, we have calculators to do the way more advanced algorithms. But you need to understand the algorithms before you can use them. And the reason why you don't want to just cheat on all your math tests with ChatGPT is because then you're not learning how to use those algorithms. The whole point of the class is to practice those. That's why you're doing the homework, not to just turn in an assignment. You're doing the homework to actually practice mentally going through the calculation process of solving the equation. And if you do the same equation, once you figure it out once, you can do it infinite times. It's just a matter of checking your work, going through the calculations, and making it like stronger in your brain. You do the work, and then it starts to just happen automatically over time, and you can do it in your head. But you got to be careful, because just because you can calculate in your head doesn't mean you're accurate. And it's like you always got to check your work. And most people don't do that. They do the equation once, which is what I did when I was in high school. Did the equation once and didn't even check it, because I already knew the answers were going to be, you know, either correct or incorrect. And I didn't really care at that point. By the time I was like 16, I was like, I don't care what the teachers think about me anymore. And I stopped like not trying to impress them, because I remember I always got like straight A's in math and science and English and all that. And then it's like, as soon as it stopped mattering to me, I just stopped working as hard, because I'm like, what's the point? The teacher doesn't even care that I did it. And I'm like, what am I getting out of this? I knew business all too well. They were taking advantage of me, trying to get taxpayer money to fund the schools. So they wanted to keep people stuck in that system, because then they can take advantage of them when they graduate high school. Because then they're used to this college lifestyle, and they want to keep that lifestyle, and then so they can sell something to them that says, if you work for us, we can give you a salary of high money, but you have to have this appearance of looking like you're wealthy. So you have to have a nice car, you have to like wear these nice clothes, you have to talk a certain way, you can't like these tweets, you can't like, do you see where I'm going with this? I'm so sick and tired of like that 80s, 90s, 2000s, you know, like mindset that like in order to be successful, you have to look a certain way. Like, look at Asmongold. That guy's successful. It's not because he worked hard. It's because he did this. And I'm pretty sure he did work hard. But like, you know, he took the steps necessary to become successful, and I can learn from that. I can learn from that. I would want to do it my own way, in a way that works for me in my best interest, but that's sometimes not very easy to determine. I'm gonna reset in about a few minutes. Let's just filter out all the greens, because we're always, let's just always anything that drops in a dungeon, filter out of the vendor when I'm doing a deep farm. Put them up on the auction house, because enchanters need them at the very least, and you probably should give them to people who need the items. I usually do that in the dungeon itself, but sometimes there's people who don't want to do the dungeons. So you put them up on the auction house, and the people who are like wanting to just do quests can just buy whatever items they can afford, because they're going to be spending money to make money. You want to spend as much money as possible to make the leveling experience as fast as possible, and then you get higher level, you can make more gold. The higher level you are, when I'm level 60, with my purple gear, I'm going to be able to farm gold faster than ever before. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm not going to be raid logging. I'm going to be raiding and then logging into my alt and then doing the raid again, and then logging into my alt and doing the raid again. I'm going to have at least 3 level 60 warriors. Well, I'm going to get to level 7, what is it, level 70 when the Burning Crusade comes out. And then I'm gonna level my alts up. But I should have like at all times 3 warriors at endgame. So I can do 3 raids a week. I can tank 3, but then I have to gear all of them. But I can gear them easier once this is why I want to get my main extremely fucking pumped up with best in slot gear before the Burning Crusade comes out. So then I can spend the rest of Classic just leveling my alts and farming and doing whatever I want on stream. We can do questing. We're going to be leveling alts. Maybe people are going to help us. Maybe we're not. I can't be 2 places at one time. So I can't guarantee that there's going to be a Rebecca smash to carry myself. Maybe there will be. But that's not up to me. And I don't know if people are up to it. I don't know if people are up to my level of dedication. I can't guarantee that. Most people are going to be looking out for their best interest, and I understand that and respect that, so I never even bring it up. It's not even a part of the conversation. For me, I just want to make the most money I possibly can and help out in any way possible. And the key word is possible. I can't guarantee, as an autistic individual with an extremely traumatic past, overcoming extreme mental health difficulties from an entire lifetime of abuse, simply for the fact that the people didn't even know they were abusing me sometimes. It's not their fault. It's not my fault though, because I'm autistic and my brain, at the time, I didn't know that I was different. I thought I was just being punished and that I wanted to be like all the other kids. I was like, how come they all get to have friends and go do stuff, and they're always like doing stuff like we just stay home and play video games all the time. And it's like I never got to like do any social things. So I'm learning it as a 37-year-old woman. I basically, did a reroll. I did a gender swap too. Blizzard added that. So I made my character from male to female. Starting in 2019. I used to play female characters most of the time anyway, but before that I only played male characters, and I was insistent that it was only a male character. And I tried to make the most masculine character possible. And then I stopped caring about that, and I started playing female characters, and I realized, oh, why am I fighting this so hard? And then I started taking estrogen, and I got gender confirming care. I got surgeries. I socially transitioned. I legally changed my name and gender. And I got facial surgery, and I got my dick turned into a pussy. So there you go. Here I am today. It's been 5 years of that. And it was about 6 years almost. And here I am playing WoW and just trying to figure out where I go from here. I don't really know where life is going to lead me, because I spent the past 6 years pursuing transgender healthcare, which in this political environment was really difficult. It made me feel like I was forced to stay where I'm living. It made me feel like I couldn't leave Sonoma County, or it made me think that I couldn't leave California. And so after a while, now I'm just I need to get the fuck out of here. I need to move somewhere else. I need to get my life to where it needs to be. And I don't really know how to get there. I've been asking for help, but I need to slow down a bit, because people are just I don't need to be punished so hard. I'm every single day grinding. It's I'd rather grind in World of Warcraft. Okay, now I'm helping, now we have another warrior in the group. Okay. Yeah, so like I'm gonna be clearing one more, and I think I'm gonna be calling it a stream. I'm probably gonna check in with myself and then end the stream. So first of all, we're gonna finish one more run. I have been feeling great today, and I know it's like every now and then it's hard to feel like, because you get so laser focused on things, and it's sometimes it's just really hard to like remind yourself that like, hey, look at all the steps you've been taking, like look how far you've gotten, like look how many things are ahead of you. Like Like that, like I'm like need to remember that because it's so easy to forget about it, and then it's like then I get depressed and sad, and I get really sad and I get scared, and I don't really know what's going on, and I still feel that way, but that's just life. You know, I'm thinking about like you know, probably going for a hike today. I gotta eat lunch first. I gotta make lunch. Turkey, onion, garlic, and kale with black pepper and red pepper. Sounds delicious. And tomorrow I'm probably not gonna be back on stream. I'm gonna be playing World of Warcraft off stream, but Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Yeah, so every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 8 a.m. is when I aim to go live. Today I was like an hour and a half late, but who cares? You can bet that I'll be in game, ready to carry or ready to dungeon or ready to do whatever, team up for quests, whatever. You can bet that I'll be ready for that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays on stream regardless. But I do play randomly throughout like the night and throughout the week. I might take breaks. Friday through Monday, I generally don't stream. I might stream, but don't bet on it. You can count that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is going to be my like, I'm trying to set like an actual schedule of Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. is generally my streaming time. I might stream for maybe a very short time, or I might stream for like 3 to 4 hours. I can't guarantee that. The thing I'm working on is showing up. I show up and I just check in with myself, and then I do whatever I'm gonna do, and then I call it. And then I do it again the 3 days a week. I don't know if that's like, Twitch isn't really my main focus at this time, so I'm like, it's kind of like an extra thing I do just to get through this patch of my life that I'm going through, and we'll see what happens next. I'm working on some stuff that I can't really talk about on stream. It's for many reasons. There's always behind the scenes stuff going on, and I'm working on some stuff, and I think it's going to turn out pretty good, pretty much in my favor. I've sown a lot of seeds in this life, and all I got to do is just wait for them to grow, and I'm working on watering them. And if you water the plants, they will grow. So we're going to be doing one more run, just chilling, listening to some music now. So I'll see you after the run and maybe check in a little bit, but Oh, thanks you, Malachi. DP Hugo. Double penetration? No. No, it's oh, that's an R. I'm not wearing my glasses. Yeah, thanks, and also Big Peter, thanks for the follow. Yeah, thanks for following me, Hugo. And Big Peter, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for, you know, pulling your weight in the group. I'm not like trying to do hard carries here. Everybody's got to do their part. It's really not much. I mean, it's just extra damage. I don't really give a fuck. Whatever makes the clears more fast. I can put stuff up on the auction house and make more gold. And every little DPS helps. So anything that helps the group is good. Plus, it's like we're training for. I'm trying to find my raid group for level 60. That's pretty much why I'm doing this. I'm trying to find people that are trustworthy. People who like pull their weight. I'm trying to basically not make a guild. I'm trying to make a raid group. And my raid group is basically the entire server of qualified people. So I'm basically just going to use the raid finder. But it's good to have people that you can trust, so you can put on your friend list. So you can pick from them first. There's people that have helped you out and have proven themselves to be trustworthy, and I have those people on a list. So, you know, I should probably add character friend with all these people. Because they've stuck around. So usually I pick from those people first. You can't always count on people to be there, so it's like, it's not really about that. It's about like, I need people that I know that if they're there, they're not gonna do stupid shit like AFK in the middle of a fight, unless it's like an actual emergency. Like their freaking like house is on fire, or they're having a baby, and they can't bring a laptop to the hospital. There's obviously going to be someone else to fill your. You're not special. There's more warriors out there. I'm not special. There's other warriors out there. However, I want to make sure that like if I'm doing a raid group, I'm not going to start like discriminating against people. I have like some general guidelines of like, you know, civility, and it's hard to find people that you can trust to just. I don't need people to be the best. I just need people to show up. And not like do stupid shit like scream on comms, like, you know, because people are like not best in slot at their gear or at their rotation. Like people are learning. It's more helpful if you give them proper education. If you know like you can't really change the past, especially once it's already happened. So like what you do is you just try to like pick up from there. Like if somebody is not pulling their slack, then maybe give them better comms. Everyone needs to remain calm, because if everyone starts freaking out, you'll wipe the entire group. Nobody wants that. You know, maybe there's some, you know, idiots out there that think that's funny. It's not, especially if it's hardcore. If it's hardcore, people put like tens, hundreds, thousands of hours into their hardcore character. You know, they're already like, you know, they should be emotionally detached from it, because you can always lose your character at any time for any reason. So if you play hardcore, you take that risk from the beginning. And if, you know, but that doesn't mean you should be trying to wipe the group. That's just an asshole dick move. Unless it's literally for content and every single person in the raid group agrees on it. Even the people who aren't going to die. Because they're like, hey, now I have to wait for this person to level up. We were going to be going questing next week. We were going to be farming, you know, mats next week. And now I have to farm mats with some rando. You know, like, sometimes things aren't just about you. And it's like, you know, games like World of Warcraft, it's really hard when you play a video game sometimes, because it's just you and a computer screen. But you have to remember, like, you're not the only one playing the game. And, like, a lot of people just want gear. And I try to be that person for people. Like, hey, let's make everyone gear. Let's keep all the bullshit, like, yelling and politics out of the comms. If you want to do that in whispers. But even then, like, keep the peace between each other. Like, if you're mad at someone, don't take it out on the guild. Like, that's not cool. They're just trying to help. Everyone's trying to help each other. It's a guild. That's what guilds are. It's a bunch of people who are able to fulfill that role at a moment's notice if necessary. And it doesn't even matter if they can or can't, or if they're the best at what they do or not. It's that they're stepping up. And if they need to learn, they will learn. They will train. They will get better at what they do. And that's who I am. You know, I'm that chick. You know, I'm that chick. It's like people, what would people say about me? Oh, Rebecca's like, I was like kind of scared about her for a while. Like, I kind of didn't think that, I thought she was something that she ended up not being. And that now I'm just curious. And now I'm like upset that I didn't notice her earlier. I mean, that's what I think people are saying about me. Most of the time people are paying attention to their own lives. They don't give a fuck about anyone else. But sometimes people do give a fuck about other people. Why does it always have to be when it's negative? Why can't it be when it's positive? And I like to stay positive and be positive. That was a big pull. I almost died and wasted my elixir of giants. Oh well. I didn't die.
Got my treasure chest.
Ooh! Okay, that was nice. We forgot to clear a room of trash, but like then I left the party already and it teleported me right after we killed them all.
Looking for something specific.
Yeah, so let me just put stuff up in the auction house and I'll kind of just check in with myself and then end the stream. I think it was a pretty good stream. I think it was a pretty good WoW session. Things are going good for me. I got things to do today. I'm gonna take care of them. I might be on later tonight off stream. If you want to get anything done. I'm gonna be getting my mount soon, so I'll be able to start questing again. Get to level 50. And doing Moradon runs. Trying to get there. Trying to do Moradon runs. Sometimes people level a lot faster than I do, so any of the people that I'm helping out, I'm kind of hoping that they like stick around for like getting to level 60. So I can have some friends I can rely on to like, you know, we can help each other out. Obviously, if I'm like, you know, boosting a lower level group, I'm going to be like trying to make gold, but like when we're all the same level and we all need stuff, then it becomes need before greed, and I'll greed lot everything unless it's something I actually need. Then it's like I'm one of the boosted. We're all boosted at that point. So then if everyone's boosted, then nobody's boosted. Yeah, anyway, let me head out of the game here. Yeah, I think this was a pretty good stream. Pretty good stream. Here's the thing, is like, obviously I'm not gonna be like always doing one thing or the other. I think a lot of people get like this wrong idea about me. Like, they think I only do one thing, and I do a lot of different things. But you know, it's kind of like everybody kind of has their own version of what they want from me, and so it's kind of hard to meet new people. And I've been out there, I've been meeting new people and realizing there's a lot of people that are not really gonna like me, and there's a lot of people who really do like me, for who I am and for my personality, regardless of what they think about my appearance, and I also vice versa. And I'm starting to like learn my strengths. Like starting to learn. Sorry if I avoided. I accidentally minimized chat earlier. Yeah, I don't know. Things are going really well for me. I've made all my medical goals, and then it's just, you know, kind of just maintaining, not stressing out all the time. It's like a big one. Like not stressing out. So I'm gonna get laid and I'm gonna get paid. So those two things are what most people are always fighting for. They're trying to get laid and they're trying to make money. So it's like, why don't I just focus on those things? What can I do to get both of those done at the same time? Be as efficient as possible. But I digress. Things are really working out for me. It's just a matter of getting things into the right places. Giggity. And also just, I need to learn how to like navigate social situations. It's really hard for me. I really don't know how to properly do it. I don't really know. Some people say it's fine. I don't need to change a thing about myself, and so maybe I won't. Maybe I won't change a thing about myself. I mean, we all know that's not going to happen. Yeah, I got like a vein that pops out like over here. But things are slowly like, you know, just take care of the blood circulation. You know. Yeah, there's things I gotta worry about for the rest of my life, because it's like, things going on, but everybody has those. So I don't really need to hyperfixate on it. I can just kind of like be myself and like find the people that I need to find. And if people want to work with me, that's cool. If they don't, then that's cool. Because I'm doing my own thing regardless, and it's gonna work out eventually. So it's just a matter of like time and effort and getting myself into the right situations. And eventually, like, I might just meet the right people. But I can't really count on other people. So until then, I gotta do my own thing, expecting them not to help me. Because the default is that people don't want to help you. That's just life. The default is that people are not going to want to do anything to involve themselves whatsoever in anything you got going on, regardless of what they want from you, because they're going to get it from someone else, and you know, that's their prerogative. But there's plenty of people who do want what I have, and they deserve my attention, not the people who are going to tear me down every step of the way until I finally magically either just stop giving a fuck what those people think, or I meet their expectations once and for all. And it's like, Jesus Christ, why do I need to meet your expectations so high? Aren't I good enough as I am? I think I've proven myself. Jesus Christ. Somebody needs to go on a nature walk. Have some like self-talk. I've already been there and done that. I'd rather do that with other people, like with my friends. It's a lot better with friends. But I can't really decide that. I can't decide that. It's up to other people. So I'm just doing my own thing. Anyway, I'll see you next time. I'm out of Twitch for the week, most likely. Like I said, I might do some random streams, but don't expect super high energy. I'm just trying to get into a schedule of Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 8 a.m. is when you can expect me to go live. California time. Okay, because we're in California here, and we're going to stay positive. We're going to get things where they need to be, and we're going to kick ass, get all of our gear, get some XP, get all of our quests finished. We're going to get best in slot gear at level 60. Woo! Yeah, it's the life of a warrior. You're always going to get the best gear if you play it correctly. If you play it correctly, you'll always get the best gear. Yeah. You gotta do what I'm doing. Get all the best gear. Anyway, bye-bye.